Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to create a birthday card with the Altenew Mini Delight set for this month. This is sold in the store by itself, or it's also available in a subscription, and I'll link them both down below. But to celebrate this release, Altenew is having an Instagram hop, and details for that are over on my blog if you want to check it out. We're going to start out by doing some stamping. The set is called Happy Birthday, and it has a fun balloon animal on here, so I thought we'd bring in some bright colors and create a background filled with balloon animals. I'm using my Distress Oxide inks, so I have a light and a dark. For my first layer, which is the most solid image, I'm using my lightest ink. The blue I used Tumbled Glass, and then this is Dried Marigold. I'm going to clean off my image first and then stamp it. I trimmed down my paper so it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. This way I can rotate it and get all 4 corners. Just makes it easier. And I'm going to create actually a couple panels of birthday balloon animals here. We're going to rotate it one more time, and we're going to stamp with our Twisted Citron. Some of the colors I doubled up, some of them I didn't. Like I have 2 oranges and 2 pinks. We're going to make 2 greens too. Now after we have our first layer done, we'll go ahead and wipe off our stamp, and we're going to bring in our second layer. Second layer is just like a detail layer that's really going to give your balloon animal some dimension. So we're going to line this up, and I'm going to take my slightly darker ink and stamp right over the top here. I think that's going to work out great. And we'll ink up with our second color for green as Mowed Lawn. So green animals are Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. And I have one more Twisted Citron. I'm just going to place my panel right on top and stamp it once more. Okay, after we have this done, I'm going to go ahead and rotate my panel, and we'll do our next color. Just clean off our stamp here. We'll rotate it. Let's do the orange. So we have Dried Marigold. We're going to ink it up with a darker color that's Ripe Persimmon. And I have 2 of these. So I'll stamp that. You can see how much dimension our little balloon animals have with that second layer. I'll take my second panel, layer it right on top, and stamp our Ripe Persimmon once more. Just ink it up. And I think we're going to create a fun, colorful background. Okay, after we have this done, I went ahead and finished all of the rest. The yellow, we're using Fossilized Amber here. The blue, I used Broken China for my second layer. And for the pink, I used Worn Lipstick. Now, there is a coordinating die with this little bundle, so I'm going to die cut out all of my birthday balloon animals. And so we are going to run these through the die cutting machine and create a fun background. So here they are. I love the color combinations. You can use any colors you want. You can throw in some purples or reds if you wanted, but I wanted to keep it kind of soft. Okay, next I'm taking some black cardstock. Now there is a sentiment in your stamp set. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use this fancy Celebrate die from Altenew. I thought we would go straight across a piece of black cardstock. It's actually a panel that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. So it's gonna, when I die cut this out, it's gonna basically create 2 pieces, and that's what I was going for. I'm gonna bring in my card base so you could actually see what the Celebrate looks like. It is gonna leave me a little bit of a border, and once I layer both of these together, I can go ahead and put my sentiment. But I thought we would pop it up with some foam adhesive, so I'm basically putting it back together, but I'm adding a piece of acetate in between. I'm using the Celebrate sentiment itself that we die cut out as a guide, and then the negative pieces I'm gluing down to the acetate. Basically it's going to kind of look like it's floating a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Celebrate die. We are going to die cut out about 3 white Celebrates, and then I have the Celebrate that I used with the black cardstock. I just layered them all together, guys. This is going to create a very dimensional sentiment, and then I can actually insert it over that acetate. Some of the areas of the acetate, like the A and then the little swirlies. I didn't bother putting those extra pieces in because I kind of like the see-through look, but I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right over the Celebrate on the acetate. And it really stands out. I thought it looked really nice. Now once we have our sentiment adhered, isn't that a pretty Celebrate? I thought we would go ahead and flip this over. We're going to pop it up. Actually, before we do that, let's add our balloon animals. I'm going to pop each one of these up with some foam squares. I like to add the foam squares first, but before I remove the release paper, kind of arrange them where I want them. And then I can remove the release paper, and then their colors aren't next to each other. And then it just works out better for me that way. Now I have some open areas, but I wasn't too concerned about that because the excess balloons I'm trimming off with my scissors. Now there is a swirly piece hanging over. You don't want to cut that off, leave that there. But like this big piece, I can go ahead and add in the open area of my background, and it fills it in beautifully. So 6. Actually, I did 8. 8 balloons worked out perfect for this. Okay, I'm going to use some foam tape. We're going to pop up this panel, add this to our A2 size card base. We'll just fill it in. This is Altenew's big foam roll, and it actually is very, very nice. It doesn't tear. You have to use your scissors to cut it, but it's a nice width. Not too bulky. Once we remove the release paper, we'll add this to our card front. And then all we have to do is add some bells and whistles. I loved those bright colors against that black background because it just made them pop. I do want to add a little sparkle, so I'm bringing in some clear sequins, and I'm just going to add a few here and there. I'm going to actually tuck them underneath some of the balloons and then add some smaller in that black area in the background. But that finishes my card for today using the Altenew Mini Delight called Happy Birthday. And again, if you want to know more details about the Instagram hop, just head on over to my blog, guys. A list is over there, and there's a giveaway to go with it, so I hope you can join us. Thanks for joining me. Have a fabulous day. We will see you again real soon, guys. Bye-bye.